Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All, the show for the fans, by the fans. You know what it is. My name is Cody Lashley, back here again with another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All. I'm here with some legends that you already know and love. But listen, this is your show. If you want to be a part of it, jump into the stream. I'm running a little bit late. Apologies, folks. I'll post up the link in the chat room. And it is also in the YouTube description and the description below Facebook. I appreciate you, gentlemen. First up, let me introduce some of these legends. And just a little bit of a note, we're going to be doing the Spartanburg thing tomorrow. So we'll probably do a little bit of a shorter show compared to a normal, 3 to 4 hour Friday free-for-all. But we appreciate you no matter what. We're talking all things Panthers training camp today. We want to have you. Tony and CK should be joining us at some point from Spartanburg as well. So we're going to have a great time tonight. First up, the man, the myth, the legend. You know him and love him. It's Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, bro?
What's up, guys? I got some bad news. Michael Jordan's still here.
Oh.
And according to Unnecessary Bluntness, they're trying him at left tackle and at the same time Cam Irving at right tackle. No wonder Andy Dalton looks bad in camp.
Yeah, and Matt Corral too. They say Matt Corral is not looking too special. So you might be on to something, Pickle. It might be all Michael Jordan and Cam Irving's fault. I wouldn't doubt it. Next up, this man, him and Pickle have been carrying that C3 banner in the Twitter spaces, man. Doing an incredible job. This next guy, you know him and love him. It's the brand ambassador of the C3 Panthers Podcast. My man, Don D's Ill Skills. What's up, brother?
Nothing much, Cody, man. It's good to see you again. I'm looking forward to tomorrow where I get to actually meet all my friends and all my brethren here in C3. I'm excited about it. Like you said, we got to get off here. We can't pod too late. We got to get some rest. We got to get up early. We got to get down to Spartanburg. We're going to, me and Pick already talked about, we're going to stop by the Monster Subs place after practice. We're going to go by there and meet Muscles Marinara and get us a good sandwich, man, and maybe run another space there. We'll just see. But we're all excited to get together, and I'm excited to get together again tonight here on the Friday Free for All. Let's rock and roll.
Yes, sir, man. Happy to have you. I didn't know you were going to Spartanburg, man. That's dope.
Yes, sir. I wanted to go earlier this week, but it just didn't pan out. I was trying to get down there with you Thursday to be on that, to see that live show. It didn't work out for me, but we do got plans. I'll see you in the morning, brother.
All good, man. Love it. Happy to hear it. Next up, let me go to my man, Jay Stubbs, longtime faithful of the C3 Podcast. Jay, what's up, brother?
What's up, everybody? Prayers up, man. I hope training camp stays healthy. We saw what happened to Joe Burrow. We just want to make sure everybody stays hydrated and ready to go. But either way, we're going to be ready for it because we're going to keep pounding no matter what.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Next up, Kid Rock's younger brother, but way cooler, my man, Wes Justin.
What's up,
baby? How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Happy to have you, bro. Happy to have you.
My name is Kid.
Yeah, I had to.
Yes, sir, man. Next up, we got my man C3 Cole in the building. Cole, how you doing, brother?
Cody, it's good to be here with you and the family as always, man. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir, man. Happy to have you as always. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell for every single time that the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. We're amping up our production. And we have some stuff in the books, y'all. Don't sleep on us at C3, man. We're doing some special things. But I want to jump into it, man. Let's just do this. Today is a training camp edition of the show. So basically stuff that we've seen and heard from training camp, who you want to see more from. But also we're going to talk about some things that we've seen happen thus far. And one of them that seems to have caught a lot of attention is Terrace Marshall Jr. through 2 days of practice has been noticeably absent. Now, many fans are predicting that TMJ is going to have a big-time year this year. What do you make of this? Is it too early to panic? Do we have some sort of indicator that maybe they're not as high on TMJ as everyone else is? What do you make of this, boys?
Let me take a wild swing at this one for you, Cody, because I'm gonna swing for the fences and give Cody what he wants on this response. So apparently, drafting Jonathan Mingo through the orders of Steve Smith was what was on the agenda for the Panthers. TMJ is getting pushed to the side. I told you guys a month ago. As a matter of fact, I told you even before that when Frank Reich got hired. Don't be surprised when cuts come and some players don't play that you thought were going to be. And it looks like we were all wrong about TMJ the first 2 days into training camp. And I'm not saying that things couldn't change because, of course, we all know it is early on. But it looks to me like Jonathan Mingo is that other side of the wide receiver position. And Shark is going to be our number one. Thielen's going to play the slot. As of right now, that's how things are looking, and that's what it looks like is Frank Reich's plan.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised because this is what happens. Like my man said, when a new regime comes in, don't be surprised that that's just how it works. That's the NFL. Like me and Pickle were talking out before the show. You can't get tired of these guys like that sometimes, man. We just gotta make the best man win.
Yep, and you know it's like I said a few weeks ago about Brandon Smith and our linebackers. They got to step up. And TMJ, yeah, you had a good half a year last year, but you can't live on last year the rest of your career. You got to step up this year. Prove to these coaches you got what it takes. Yeah, you may not have the quarterback you want. Yeah, well, whatever excuse is still an excuse, whether you like it or not. It's time for you to step up and prove that you can be that starting wide receiver. Because if you don't, you're going to end up going to be a Dwayne Jarrett or
yikes! Don't say that name three times, bro.
You're right. I should have said maybe you're going to end up being a Devin Funchess. Who knows? Either way, unless you want to be one of them guys, TMJ, it's up to you. You can't rely on the coaches to wipe your ass. Step up, or it's still going to open the door and let you out.
And everybody's already said everything that needs to be said about that, so I'll be quick with mine. This coaching staff, TMJ is not their guy. They have brought in guys to compete with him, and he is going to have to be head and shoulders to get snaps from them and get them off the field. And it's not happening so far from what I'm hearing from y'all.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't play with the ones on day one. And then he did play a little bit yesterday, but it wasn't like, they kind of went to DJ Chark. And through 2 days, it seems like DJ Chark has been a more important member of this offense than Terrace Marshall Jr. I mean, is there anybody that thinks that we're overreacting a little bit?
I mean, doesn't Frank Wright love that speedy receiver going? I mean, ain't that been his forte for the longest time?
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought that's what Terrace Marshall Jr. was. Like a
Speedy
big,
receiver?
tall, fast receiver.
Right. But, I mean, he can be, but again, he's got to. It's like going back to Brandon Smith. We'll talk about him, I'm sure, later, but he made a play this week in practice. And he made a play because a guy we signed in free agency that most folks thought would just be a special teamer, like when we signed Frankie Louvu was just supposed to be a special teamer. All of a sudden, they're showing out. So Brandon Smith felt the heat. He made a play in practice, and guess what? You don't know what the future holds because Brandon Smith ain't going down without a fight. TMJ, if you want it,
there's a bunch of Smiths on the cut list.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That's a subtle jab at Shi Smith, isn't it?
I mean, it's what we just said, right? If TMJ ain't getting reps, you damn sure. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Well, Shi did have a few catches, though. That's true.
He did.
He did have a few catches.
We'll see, though, bro. You know how that goes. Politics is politics.
You're right. Well,
yeah.
Jay, Stubbs, when the pads go on, and the pads ain't going on till Monday, when the pads go on, that's when it gets different.
Because we know Dwayne Jarrett was a camp hero.
Right.
Wow.
I agree with Pickle on that. That's exactly what Frank Reich said in his presser after practice on Thursday. Was like, we'll find out who these wide receivers are when they get the pads on. And he's right. And then that really may be when we see TMJ do better and emerge and start catching some passes and making some separation is when they get the pads on. So it could be too early. I mean, it's a possibility, but it's also a possibility, Cody, that this coaching staff values the players that they brought in more than the ones that were already here. And that's why they drafted Jonathan Mingo.
Who was showing out last year in training camp when it started? Remember who wasn't the receiver killing it?
Smith, Shaw Smith. He earned a slot position.
Yeah, so
him and Baker had a good connection.
Oh God! And then he barely saw the field.
Yeah.
Cody, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you feel that Wims, the wide receiver from Georgia, could steal snaps from any of these players that we signed? Didn't we sign Javon Wims this week? Isn't that his name? Camp body. Is that all he is? I just knew he was a stud at Georgia, and I lost track of him. I just didn't know how he's been producing, if any. So maybe not then. Probably just a body, like you said.
I mean, I remember the name, Javon Wims, but I don't know, man. I don't really, I don't know.
Kind of came out of nowhere. I was surprised with that.
Maybe he's going to box Keith Taylor if he gets beat or something.
That won't be hard. Don't talk about that.
His best season was like 189 yards receiving.
Wims that's terrible.
Isn't his best memories from fighting the dude from the Saints or some shit?
Yes. Yeah.
He should automatically get a roster spot for that.
Yes. And punching a helmet with his
Who was it? Wasn't it Chauncey Gardner he did that too?
Yeah, I think so.
It was really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But Gardner was so confused. Like, what?
Yeah, he was. He just looked around and everything. It looked like he was concussed.
I love the fight in him. I mean, I love the fact that he's willing to square up when he feels like he's someone's been clowning him. But and dude, shout out to Pickle. Pickle found all the context as to what happened behind that play. Apparently, Chauncey Gardner Jr., like a play or two before, he ripped the mouthpiece off of Javon Wims' helmet. And then that pissed off Javon Wims. And then 2 plays later, he went swinging at Chauncey Gardner Johnson. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
He lucky he wasn't Steve Smith.
Yeah, right?
He would have beat his ass for real.
Oh, yeah, that's no doubt. Hey, real quick, let me welcome my man Ruth Ian to the podcast. Yo, what's up, brother? Can you hear me? Ian, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing like major feedback here. Just 1 second.
All right, yeah, no problem. Real quick, let me go to Justin. Justin, Terrace Marshall Jr. I mean, do you think we're overreacting to just 2 days of practice, or do you think it's possible that Terrace Marshall Jr. is just not a player that's going to be favorable to this coaching staff?
Honestly, I think we're overthinking it.
All right.
I don't know, man. Dude has a connection. It seems like he has a connection with Bryce too, so far. But I don't know. That is a good question because all we've been really hearing about is like Mingo and Chark and all the other names. You haven't really heard shit about him.
All the new guys.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I do like TMJ, and I feel like he could make an impact. But I don't know, man. You sit out, you get cut, right? Like,
yeah.
Ain't this the time where they fucking fight for their positions the most? Why the hell would you sit out right now? Like,
preseason is going to be the telltale for sure. Preseason games.
All right, let me bring 2 people into the pod. You know them, you love them. It's the other 2 of the 4 horsemen from the C3 Panthers Podcast, live from Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Different.
My man Tony Dunn and CK. Gentlemen, what's up, boys?
The boys.
I don't even know if they can hear me.
CK,
can you hear me? CK.
They popped in, and they're not even on.
I don't know if we're on. I think we're on.
CK, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. What's up, bud?
I can't hear you guys, so that's why we're talking.
Oh, can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah,
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. It's a setup issue. Again, this is like, so I can hear everything fine. CK, say something. Hello, hello, hello. Could you hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds clear.
All right, so
Nah,
that,
we're
the whole
clear.
problem is he just can't hear you guys. So I can hear you fine. It's a deficiency with my soundboard.
Do you know sign language?
Yeah, dude.
All right, so you guys carry on and give us a moment. We'll be.
Yeah, man.
I'll wave you down when we're ready.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
I'll
cool.
mute your microphone, or I'll put you in the background until then.
So they're in Spartanburg, huh? Nice.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's
at,
awesome.
Yeah, they're at a hotel in Spartanburg, man. They are. Hey, man, we've been doing this Spartanburg thing for the first time. C3 meeting up. If y'all saw it yesterday, we did the first ever, Four Horsemen in person together at Monster Subs and Grubs in Spartanburg,
They even
South
took
Carolina.
They even took a family photo, guys. Amazing.
Yeah, right, dude.
Appreciate it,
It's
bro.
it was a great time, man. We're trying to do this again tomorrow, and but yeah, man. I'm again like I've had high hopes for Terrace Marshall Jr. I mean, I've even been on record saying that with the type of ability that Terrace Marshall Jr. has, I think that he could be a number one wide receiver. So that's why I'm hoping that this is not I'm hoping that this is just an over exaggeration, that we're kind of looking into stuff a little bit too much. I mean, I think Terrace Marshall Jr. could be a major help to our offense this year, and I'm still pulling for him.
Could
man.
this be like an injury thing where they're just being cautious? Because aren't they being cautious with JC Horn too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are being. Yeah, J.C. Horn hasn't really. He hasn't been on the field much. He's been on the field, but it's not really all that much.
And I know
Yeah.
I know TMJ finished the season, didn't he? But I'm saying maybe it's
Yeah.
an injury thing.
I feel like we would have
Yeah.
heard about it though, right? Like,
No, I'm saying like maybe they're trying to keep him fresh as possible.
that's kind of
Yeah.
crazy that they wouldn't keep us informed on that though. Like, they're gonna have
Right.
people digging on it. Like, why would they not just be like, "Yo, we're just being safe"?
I mean, it's a good point, J Subs, but I just don't know why we haven't heard anything. Like, if he was nursing a hamstring, like we're talking about, instead of being with the ones, he was starting with the twos on Wednesday, and then he got a couple snaps the next day on Thursday. But so he's been out there. It's not like they're keeping him off the practice field.
Let's go.
So who's
So
been taking
that's
all the
what-
ones? Who's taking most of one snaps?
Dude, I've seen a ton of Laviska Chenault,
Good.
which is a name that I don't think we've put enough
Fuck
respect
yeah, I'm
on.
happy about that, bro.
I
I've been talking about
said
him
it all.
all
I
very
said it
happy
all
about
time
that.
Friday. I think he's great. I love what he brings to the table. He can be an extended part of the running game, bro. Like dead ass.
Cody, how much was
and
he in
dude,
the
they were
backfield?
using him everywhere. Yeah, go ahead, Cole.
No, I was just about to ask you, how much did they use him in the backfield? I heard the first play they started
Dude,
out with
they
him in the
used him a
backfield.
lot.
A lot.
They would have him in the backfield, but then they would do a lot of motions with Laviska. So
That's
they would
good.
be moving. Yeah, they would be moving
Like
him
on
to
some
the
Cordell
backfield.
Patterson shit.
Yeah, like really on some Deebo Samuel shit.
Good.
They have continuously said that they intend to use him
Bro,
like the
didn't we?
49ers used Deebo Samuel. So
Didn't we say that shit a couple weeks ago that we thought they were gonna use him like Debo?
yeah,
Didn't we, bro? I swear for God, we said that shit. We called it. We called
yeah,
it.
dude, we're on to something. Let me
You
welcome
know,
my
people hate
man.
to tackle him, bro.
Yeah, dude,
He is not little.
he's like a freight train. Let
He's
me
thick,
welcome my
pause.
man.
Yeah.
Let me welcome my man C3 Anthony. Anthony, what's up, dude?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all
Pig.
doing?
What's up, Pig?
Doing good,
Yeah,
man.
brother.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good,
How's
man.
that Buffalo life?
It's all right, man. Good to see family from a long time ago, but I
Yeah.
wish I could be at Panthers training camp, man. But I had to be a fake Bills fan for the day, but everything's good.
Yeah, man.
Just
Hey,
sitting by
I
the
wanted
water.
to ask your opinion. I wanted to ask your opinion on Terrace Marshall Jr. The fact that he has not been used a lot through 2 days of training camp. I mean, I don't know. Does that affirm your suspicions that our wide receiving core really ain't shit, or maybe they just don't like Terrace Marshall Jr.? What are you thinking about that? Or do you think that we're people are reading too much into it, or are they trying to tell us something by their lack of Terrace Marshall Jr. use?
I mean, I think, listen, my whole thing with the wide receiver core is just like I have so many question marks about it. Excuse me. I really think like we haven't seen him because I think they drafted Mingo because they really believe that he could be an impact player right away. I mean, I've seen a lot of Mingo and I haven't really seen Terrace Marshall anywhere. I mean, I know you were there yesterday, so you would, obviously know, but I don't know, man. Maybe they don't believe in him, man. Like I don't know what it is, but I feel like when he's gone on the field, he's made some decent plays. I think at this point you can bet your money that it's probably going to be Chark and Thielen as the wide receiver 1 and 2.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think Terrace Marshall's bad by any means. I just think, he hasn't really gotten that big of an opportunity, and maybe the coaching staff doesn't want to go in that direction with him. I don't know. Maybe that was the whole point of the Mingo signing. I can't really wrap my head around it now. I feel like we'll learn more as training camp goes on, especially when they put the pads on. But I mean, we saw Terrace Marshall making insane plays last training camp, so it's not like he doesn't have ability. I don't know, man. Like, it's a hard question. I mean, I don't think he's bad. I think he's got a lot of potential, but
yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty reasonable response from Anthony, man. It's like it is kind of early, but at the same time, it is easy to assume that guys like DJ Chark and Adam Thielen might indeed be ahead of them. And let me welcome in my guy Kyle.
How you, buddy?
910 Panther. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Just waiting for the show, man. I'm ready. Let's get it. To back up what I totally agree with what Anthony just said. That makes all the sense in the world.
If you look ready, you can't quit smiling. Hell yeah, you look how I feel.
So 910. When it comes to Terrace Marshall Jr., what are your expectations of him? Did you feel like this is some guy that's going to kind of be a third, fourth wide receiver option, or do you still consider him to be one of our main weapons this year?
I still feel like he's just a name on the team right now until he proves otherwise. I mean, that's all he's been so far up to right now. So I mean, we'll wait and see, but he's just a name on the team that we're hoping that comes out to something, not horribly unlike Marquise Haynes or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all think he's a jump ball merchant?
He should be. I mean, they all should be jump ball merchants. They're all 6 foot 3.
I feel so confident when he has a jump ball to him for some reason. He has a knack for catching the ball, man.
He does. And I think DJ Chark does too. The only thing people really can say badly about DJ Chark is the fact that he's been injured.
And they've both been injured, so maybe they're both going to have plenty of opportunities to play. So who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that, Panax.
I'm more worried about the damn O-line right now, to be honest with you. If we got Michael Jordan at right tackle.
As backup.
As depth.
They got Michael Jordan at left tackle. He's behind Icky right now because according to what I got to shout out his name, unnecessary bluntness. According to what he said, because he was there, he said from his understanding they're trying and Ritter Scott. The head coach Frank Wright said that they're just trying some things out, exploring the options. I'm hoping they realize that Michael Jordan can't play football. I don't think he can. No offense against the dude, but yeah, can he run block? Yes, because see, dog, you're gonna find me say this, and yes, he could run block, but in the NFL, you got to do more than run block.
Yeah,
you can't just run block your way to Super Bowl
unless you play for the Patriots.
Yeah, it's a pass blocking league. But like Pickle just said, I think this kind of applies to Terrace Marshall. I think they're just kind of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks right now. I mean, I think that's the period of training camp is that, this is a new coaching staff and there's some players on the team that have been here already. So they kind of want to see where they fit and what they can get out of them. And like, who knows, maybe Michael Jordan can be okay with this coaching staff. I'm not saying he will be, but I mean, it's a lot to think about. So I think, I think our O-line depth is okay. I'd like to sign some guys. There's some quality guys out there. That's the same thing with the edge room for me, man. But yeah.
Right. But I want to throw this out real quick while we're talking about wide receivers. He Unnecessary Bloods also said to look out for Gary Jennings, who the last few days has made several catches by different quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I had to look him up and remember who he was. So,
who's the guy that went undrafted from South Carolina? Is it Van Hawkins?
That name sounds really familiar.
It's Josh Van. Josh Van.
Josh Van. Yeah, I knew it was something Vaughn, Van, something.
Right.
That's another name people wanted to see a lot from. So again, I was at training camp yesterday, and of course, when I go, they have all the fans on one side, and they have two fields that are right next to each other. Of course, then they're on the far side field, so we're like struggling to be able to see anything yesterday. I could barely make out who was actually getting the ball.
They want to control the narrative, Cody, for sure. That's
man.
Evident.
And you know what I think? I kind of think since a bunch of clips went viral yesterday, where people were filming, and I know my man Monty, he took a shot of that Bryce Young to DJ Chark pass that got a lot of traction. And then, I kind of feel like maybe they didn't want fans to have such great footage. I don't know, man. It seems kind
they
of
wanted to click, Cody,
opinion.
not the fans. They wanted to click.
I know, man. I hate that, dude.
Dude, I'll tell you this. I think it's bullshit because I was at Bill's training camp today, and I was just filming away, man. Like they had a sign that said no filming, but we did it anyway. Like all the fans did it anyways, and they were like right up to the gate. So I don't know why the Panthers are so petty about that shit, man.
They're not petty.
Yeah, welcome Tony and CK back into the show. I'm assuming that all of our audio.
I don't think the Can you guys hear us? Okay.
Yeah,
sound great.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we finally got it figured out.
All right, nice. Yeah, go ahead, Tony. What were you gonna say?
Oh, that's the one you gotta hear.
Can you guys hear me pretty well?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sound clear.
All right, cool.
Can you
what
hear
about
us?
my volume? Yeah, we can hear you fine. But
you're
my volume,
perfect.
okay.
Your volume is great.
Cool. No, I don't think the Panthers are being petty, and I don't think that's the problem. Is the Panthers actually this year? It felt like you remember when they had the 2 years ago when they implemented this policy for the first time. It seemed like they were remarkably heavy-handed with casual fans doing it. And then now when we were out there day one, when all those clips went out, people were recording. I could have recorded. It's the way I think you use it is what they're interested in. And so like when you have, for instance, we decided not to do that and put it up, or I took some pictures and some things, but that policy, if you're an entity that's like trying to build a brand of like a podcast brand, I think they see that different than a fan who is being like, oh crap, there's Brian Burns.
Like if you're live streaming the entire practice, that's probably a problem, right?
Well, yeah. I'm sure they would not. I'm sure they would not like that care for that. But I understand that you do want to cultivate a good fan experience. And I think it's been very nice out there, to be honest.
I think it's been nice. I don't think that anybody outside of the people that have been known for doing this activity, I don't think that there's been any type of aggressive attitude towards people with their phones up, trying to take pictures or anything along those lines. And to play devil's advocate, I don't know if it's just about them wanting the clips and nobody else wanting clips. I think there's a competitive advantage that they're looking to try to maintain. And the more of their offense that is on the internet, the easier it is that people are going to be able to put together their playbook a little sooner in the season.
Thought.
And so I have zero. I don't feel bad at all. Like I feel like them doing this makes a tremendous amount of sense. It sucks for people to not be able to do videos, but at the same time, I mean, even with the videos they put out, there's a reason that those things are tight and close to the, like, they're not wide angle shots.
I don't know if I really believe the competitive event, because they do so little right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
is that so? It's like, if that's the case, then I feel like they should. If they really were that worried about that, they should actually have different players wearing each other's different jerseys. So, like, you didn't know, you're like, oh, look at Brian Burns lined up at defensive tackle, misleading them.
Like, that's the last thing you want to do to a new quarterback.
Here's
Trying to get chemistry with people.
No, but I do think this, and just the last point about the filming stuff is that, and to kind of be fair, or explain, put some context. There's a lot of rules on the media about how they can film out there, right? So when I was on day one, I was hanging with Chris Jenkins, and this goes for every single media outlet when it comes to Nick Carboni's, like, any film, they get the first 10 minutes. It's like a time almost when they're not actually doing drills. It's like they can take footage of them warming up, like stretching and stuff, and then they have to stop. And I tell you, this is Chris Jenkins. Even when he was over there, one of the press people came by, and they said, "Whose camera is this?" He said, "It's mine." And it was just it was time that everybody was leaving and picking up. But he said, "Don't worry, it's pointed at the ground." Like, so he was careful to say that even though that camera's on that tripod sitting over there, like, I'm not just hitting record and walking away and acting like I'm not recording. So he pointed it at the ground intentionally. So what's your belief as to why they don't want filming out there then, if you don't believe it's a competitive disadvantage? I think Jay Stubbs is right. I wouldn't say it's just like owning the clicks only. You know what I'm saying? I just think this is, they like to own
Bryce is killing it today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want.
They want property.
From it.
They want the property. The intellectual property, and also I think some of this is probably league wide. Is like, hey, is that if we're hearing that at the Bills Stadium, and that is in your too, Lynn, to your point about competitive advantages, just making sure that every single team has a fair playing field of, like, imagine if one team lets you film the whole practice, like their media outlet film the whole practice, and then another one only gave you 5 minutes, then it's unfair access. So I think this is what happens when you run big machines.
The only argument I could see that it's not, and I know, guys, we're dominating this, and it's my apologies, but the only argument,
go for it.
My only argument against the needing to own the narrative, I mean, and maybe even for that, is I think that the only argument for that is that if there's Bryce Young were looking bad, like if Bryce Young looked absolutely like garbage, they wouldn't want that on the internet. If Matt Corral was looking like absolute hot garbage, they wouldn't want that on the internet. They don't want their potential trade partners to maybe have an impact there. They don't want the media to grab a hold of Bryce Young struggling early in camp, right? They don't want that. I could agree with that, but I also think if it's about,
but they could write about it though. They don't have to just film it. So if he is struggling, you could say he looked like a big fat turd.
You know the difference between looking at something and reading something.
Well, excellent point, Jason.
If you take what Monte did this week, where he got that clip, 2 other media sources picked it up, and they didn't even give him the credit for it. He just picked it up and used it. So I believe a lot of that is, and that happened to a Falcon fan today. He got a good clip on something, and the local Atlanta press picked it up and used it, and that's theirs. I mean,
the Joe Burrow clip. I'm sure the Bengals would love to be like Joe Burrow, just minor cap straight. Don't worry about it.
Earlier this week, I actually got online and looked at every team. I was going to look at every team in the league, and then I got tired after I got done with the AFC. I quit. But I went to each of their website and looked at the rules for fans in camp, and nearly every one of them had rules against filming. Some of them even won't even let you take your cell phone in there. So you're no electronics devices at all.
Yeah,
camps.
I think we're all right, to be honest. I think it's everything, probably. Yeah, I just have I have 2 quick things on this. One, shout out to the Horsemen. I hope y'all having fun in Spartanburg, man. It's a great experience. It's just very hot. Second thing, I've been to training camp myself, and the only reason I don't like the whole no filming thing is that it's just like they're fans, man, and they're excited and they want to be there. And I think they don't mean any harm done. I get the whole thing about the property, quote unquote, thing, because the clip of the Monty posted a DJ Chark with the long touchdown from Young that literally got posted to the Panthers Instagram. So I feel like I get what you're saying. Like there's already people like working for the Panthers that are filming that. So
Right.
it makes them look bad in a sense, if you get
And
what I'm
they
saying.
didn't give him no credit either, right? What he pissed about
No,
that?
they did.
Credit
Like,
to Monty.
come on, man.
Yeah. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Are you saying the Panthers used Monty's clip?
Well, like, no, they filmed it
Oh,
from a
okay.
different angle, but it was like the same play. And what I'm saying is that, like, he filmed that and that went viral on Twitter. But, like, they don't want people filming that because they want to, like, act like they were the only ones that
Well,
video.
they want to go viral on Twitter.
Exactly.
That's the whole point I'm trying to make. They want the clicks.
Yep.
I think
It's
they want
about
the clip.
control.
But do you? I mean, I feel like if that's the case, then they would want these clips out all like for every play that's a decent play, and they only do it for 1 or 2 plays per camp, right? I don't think that's and also the other piece to this is it's not like they're providing you all these different, like they would get so many more clicks on that DJ Chark if it was like you could see not only the throw from one angle but 5 or 6 different angles, but they don't do that.
Yeah, but I think their goal is not to maximize how many clicks there is. I just think it's this is ours. This is our property. Look, this is my $1 billion organization, and I want the most juice for the squeeze in a way. And I saw him with Jay Stubbs. Is like this is like it's their branding. It's like, what if you made a bunch of videos of like Pepsi trucks or something? You made a YouTube video and you like just used the iconic Pepsi brand to financially benefit on the the back. So I think they just want this, and I think this is just pretty clear with like every major thing like this.
And it could be just in the other piece of this, and as somebody said, it could be a combination of all of this. Like it doesn't have to be one answer fits all. It may be that all of these things contribute to the need for this to be the case.
Yeah.
Similar to them switching fields may have been a decision. We want to give the field a break, and we also want to make it harder for people to get clips if they're
People to live stream. That's what it was. Live stream.
So let me. I need to welcome 2 more people to the show. First up, we got Sean Hume in the building. Sean, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. Happy to have
Doing
you.
good.
And next up, we have the man, the myth, the legend, G Baby himself. G Baby, what's up?
What's good, bro? With my motherfucking dogs, bruh.
Oh, there he is. I was like,
Man,
damn, I thought he was on
chilling,
camera.
man. Nah.
Optimistic.
Yeah, so let me get G Baby and Sean in the show. Let me ask y'all first about Terrace Marshall Jr. That there's been a lack of Terrace Marshall in this Panthers offense through 2 days of training camp. Are you concerned about this? Do you think this is an indicator of what our coaches think about Terrace Marshall Jr.? Or are we overreacting? What do you make of that?
We are definitely not overreacting, man. I think this is bullshit. Something's going on, or it's just not him, man. I feel like this is TMJ's 3rd season. Am I not correct?
Yep.
3rd season?
Yeah.
And I feel like every season he is absent. Honestly, I feel like from the vibe I get from Terrace Marshall Jr., I don't think he wants it like that, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't get the feeling that he wants to be that fucking guy. Like, I don't understand how many opportunities this man needs to go out there, show himself. Why is he absent? Like, what the fuck is going on? Is he not at practice? Is he at practice? Is he being a water
When
boy?
I say absent, is he not dressing for
I
practice?
can't say he's wrong. I've seen it before.
So on day 1, G Baby, he was practicing with the 2s.
That ain't good.
Yeah.
Okay, so if he's practicing with the 2s, that means he's behind Adam Thielen, he's behind Mingo, and he's behind Chark.
I need to correct you on this. Not you, G Baby, in particular. I even talked about this yesterday. I don't know where I exactly what I thought was going to happen happened. TMJ was in with the ones for the majority of the practice yesterday. This wasn't. He had 2 or 3 passes from Bryce Young that he caught. Like, this narrative that he wasn't in there is only because day one he wasn't with the ones. He was with the twos.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
And we talked
Makes me
about it
feel better.
yesterday. We said there might be a rotation, but nobody was paying attention too much to TMJ because he wasn't like out there, like he wasn't stretching the field or anything like that. But he made some decent catches, some good sideline catches.
Oh, then that's all right, Matt. All right, that makes me feel a lot better because you guys are out there, man. You guys are out there firsthand.
Man, I think this is like, I mean, look, Terrace Marshall Jr., you guys are all right in being like, hey, where is his name at? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're a second-round pick from another regime, and the last regime didn't even seem to like you all that much. So you're not necessarily, you don't got a lot of house money that you're playing with, and so Terrace Marshall Jr.
Tony, not to cut you off, bro. It's not that he's just, bro. We traded up for this nigga, G.
I thought so too.
It wasn't Joe Brady.
Told us
Joe
we traded
Brady.
back. I said we traded back.
The Terrace Marshall Jr. we traded down.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think
bro. We traded up for Terrace Marshall,
it
bro.
was the first year that we traded all back. Remember, it was
crazy
Scott
with the
Fitter
trade
didn't draft
backs.
that. No, maybe we did trade back that year.
We traded back and then traded
It
up.
drives me crazy because he's coming from a national championship team in LSU. Like, this is not some slump ass motherfucker, bro. Like, he's got the pedigree, bro. Like, I don't understand why he's not putting it together, man. But I'm gonna go off CK. I trust CK's word. CK says he was practicing with the ones. Let's let him get acclimated to the new system. Let's let him get his feet wet, y'all.
That's what
I think it's not what
is it a playbook issue?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's him playing
I think
poorly.
we hiding him.
Not him playing poorly. He hasn't had drops. He hasn't had drops. He hasn't done things wrong.
Hell no.
What it is we just haven't called his name.
Man.
We just haven't called his name. You know what I'm saying? It's like you've heard, oh, there's LaVisca, had 3 catches. I can't remember. I'm just going, oh, Terrace Moore, there he is. So it's not that he's doing something wrong. In fact, it's like he might just be kind of languishing in obscurity a little bit at worst. But the thing is what we are seeing is that Jonathan Mingo, bro.
I told you all about that boy Mingo.
That's what I want to hear. Let's hear.
He looks like he's ready, dude. I mean, what I'm saying is,
You saw what Steve Smith posted,
Right, boy. He a beast.
It doesn't look like, I'm not saying he's going to go out there and put up 1,000-yard season or something. What I am saying is this: it doesn't look like the staff looks at him and goes, "Oh, we're going to bring him along slowly." It looks like he's already part of the unit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for real.
Good.
When you get Musa Muhammad and you get Steve Smith passing you the fucking torch the way they did, bro.
Yeah.
That is
DJ.
bro.
He did not do that for DJ.
We've never heard Steve Smith talk about Terrace Marshall Jr.
And you know what's crazy, bro, is I didn't even know who Mingo was before, like that one big highlight catch that he got, and then after that, like, Smitty was giving him props and everything. Man, that's cool as hell, bro. It just is to me.
Well, here's what I'll tell you with regard to this is the biggest surprise to me of camp so far is I really thought that if anybody was going to challenge for the number 1 wide receiver spot, it was going to be TMJ. The fact that Mingo has been the consistent in the ones, like the only people that were rotating has been Shi Smith and TMJ. So that tells me that Mingo seems to be in the rotation for potential reps at that number 1 spot. If for whatever reason he were able to beat out Chark, or if there were an injury, TMJ isn't going to be built to. Is right now, I don't think he's built to replace Chark. If something were to go down, I think he's going to be the guy who would be replacing Mingo.
I think, guys, like if I only had, I've got 2 days of data, which is not very much. But if I was going to say the Panthers are going to line up and play a football game tomorrow, I would say their starting wide receiver group would be Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, and Jonathan Mingo. And that those 3.
Look at that.
And I tell you this is, what you really want to talk about is get excited about DJ Chark. if this guy can put it together,
Yeah.
man, he's a number one, dude. He is
For
a
real,
number
bro.
one. Yeah, like
Came
he
out
can
of
do
nowhere too. I was
We're
like,
gonna
what?
talk about
Go back and look at his
Built like a
season
shooting guard,
in
6'4".
20. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
bro.
look at his 2020 season, man, with Gardner Minshew, my boy Gardner Minshew. This guy, and guess
Gardner.
what? Well, there's a game in there where he single-handedly slays the damn Panthers too.
If I can
So,
interrupt,
yeah, go ahead.
we actually did trade back, but then we traded back up.
I thought so. I know it wasn't
We
crazy.
did.
so we were all right.
So we traded back and
traded
back
Traded back
up.
like 3 times
We
and then
traded
up.
our second and fourth round selection to Cleveland for their second and third round selection, so we can draft Mingo, or we can draft TMJ. So we actually we did do a lot of trading back, but then we traded back up to draft. Because if I think about it, and then I look, that's what it said. We looked up to draft TMJ, and when we did that, a lot of people were thinking we were going after the center that Kansas City
Cree
got.
Humphrey, I wanted him bad, boy. I wanted him like damn, like a
Hey, I
like a
said
damn
this.
meth hit.
I said this. I was like, y'all want me to feel confident in this wide receiver core, then we need to see TMJ or Mingo by the end of the season look like they're the guy, bro. And if we're already hearing good things about Jonathan Mingo, then throw him into the fire. I'm tired of putting these rookies on the bench.
Yep.
This isn't Ron Rivera anymore. Throw their ass in the fire and
Make him a gunner.
Because that's
Make him a gunner.
and like
hey,
forget,
bro, I wanted to play this video before I wanted to have a
Bro.
first in-depth convo about DJ Chark. But I wanted to play this video that the Panthers just released of Steve Smith and Jonathan Mingo.
Uh-oh.
And Yo, he just put on Twitter just now.
Cody. Play that shit, G.
Steve Smith Sr. Steve Smith Sr. just posted that to Twitter just now, passing the torch. I swear to God, dude. That's ironic. I swear to God, bro.
Wow. He doesn't take that lightly either.
Cooper Cup, he loved him.
He's trying to tell you something.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Let's listen to what they had to say.
Oh man. Hey, I got a question though.
Wait, hold on one second. Hold on.
My fan in the background, y'all can't hear it, right? That's all.
No.
You good, Cody?
Did he freeze up? Can you guys hear anybody?
I don't know.
Probably trying to get the video right.
Are y'all not seeing it?
No.
Nah,
bro.
No.
I'm seeing some beautiful men on the team.
Now we are.
There we go. We got it.
Start it back over.
So one of the things that I think is interesting, we do this Hall of Honor here that Mr. Tepper started. And this is a guy that, when I got here 20-something years ago, there's a guy named Musa Muhammad. Moose was real
Raw
good
as
to
hell.
me.
Moose.
I got on his nerves, he got on my nerves, but he was like a big bro to me. And man, he told me a lot, he taught me a lot. And obviously I went in the Hall of Honor, and then Musain got the chance to get in the Hall of Honor. So
Love
for
it.
me, man, really, it's almost like passing the torch. Yeah. Musain taught me a lot of stuff that even today I still utilize and apply to life. He's like my big bro, and obviously being able to work with
Bro, this shit is giving me chills, bro.
Man, I thought
Me too.
it couldn't be what it is. We can't cook and grill without having my big bro, man.
Legacy.
So I thought it'd be a great opportunity.
Hold up.
Come in and chit chat.
How you doing, man?
Nice to meet you. Love it.
This is Musa Muhammad.
Yeah, man, welcome to the Carolinas.
Yes, I appreciate you.
Yeah,
welcome,
that's the
man.
sharp hat he got on.
Grilling the rookie. I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's
Bro.
awesome. I love that.
Bro, I don't think y'all understand how legendary that shit really, like the real Panther fans, the Panther
Oh,
fans
no,
that
I
have been
know.
Panther fans since like before 2000, bro. And there's a few of you in here.
Yes,
You
sir.
all know how legendary and how special that shit what we just watched,
Very.
bro. That shit gave me chills, bro.
Musa Muhammad's very underrated in our history.
Yes, he is.
Hey Cody, do you want to queue up the video that I sent to one of the I guess that first video I sent to the Four Horsemen chat, and give everybody a little taste of what's happening tomorrow?
The
Hey,
drone?
yo.
Yeah.
Yep, hang on.
I love
I
DJ
don't know
Moore,
if
but he
it'll
never
let
got
me
that kind of
do.
treatment.
I don't know if it'll let me do.
I love DJ, and no, he did not.
He did
No, he
not
did
get
not.
that.
The only thing Smitty said about DJ was he'd probably break his records, but obviously that didn't happen.
The only thing Steve Smith said about DJ Moore was when DJ Moore was picked during the draft, and he was talking about him being a good route runner.
Right.
And then he told DJ he's gonna whoop his ass if he didn't get enough fantasy points.
He said they haven't been able to find the next me until now.
So
Love it.
Yeah.
I can't,
That's what he said.
That's what you hear.
CK, I can't do it on full screen. Every time I try, because it's in the Twitter DM, it doesn't let me. But this is like kind of the best thing I could do. I don't even know if it's
Really?
yeah.
It's all good. You can see it.
What happens when you hit full screen?
Yeah, it's pretty dope. You want to play the other one too, or just the first
Yeah.
one?
What happens when you hit the expand?
It just does that. It like flips out.
Oh.
It's a little bigger.
Mm.
You can tell how epic it is, though.
Y'all are giving me goosebumps, man.
Man, I'm ready to leave right now.
Welcome back, Henry.
For real. Open the gates.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, man. So some incredible footage taken by my man CK. We have a bunch of stuff in the pipeline, making the show all spicy and whatnot. But yeah,
Oh
man,
damn, that was from y'all?
yeah, man.
Hell
That was
yeah.
us.
Somebody got busy with
wow.
it.
That was cool, bro.
Oh
That
damn,
was
bro!
really cool.
Yeah, that's what. Damn, that shit is pretty dope. I didn't know that was from y'all like that. God damn.
I thought that was the Panthers doing that, bro.
DK is the man.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Damn
CK
right.
is on it, bro.
Go see K, bro.
Hey, my boy.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna try to get you guys the version so you can actually see it and it be bigger.
Okay.
Shit, I was cool. Just that right there, bro.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, for real, bro. That was awesome. I really felt like I was watching something that the Panthers posted.
Now, do it during practice.
That was awesome, bro.
Make him really mad. Do the whole
alright.
thing during practice.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't shoot your
Just
drone
fly a
down.
drone over. Don't shoot your drone down with it. They'll have a drone that's got machine guns on it and come chase
Yeah,
you.
they're ready to shoot that shit out of the
Let Bryce knock it down.
yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, Bryce will throw. Yeah. Bryce will throw the football and hit it out the sky. That would be dope, though. Be like, yo, that was my drone.
You know what? While we're right here, Kevin's out there hanging out with Jonathan Stewart.
Very nice.
Who?
Nice.
No, that was
hanging
old.
out.
That's an old picture. Okay,
Is it?
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, he got that a few years ago. But
Hashtag
yeah,
repost.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
Cole.
Now for it, bastard.
Oh.
But hey, so I wanted to bring this up, right? Tony alluded to it earlier, that maybe we've been sleeping on DJ Chark because he is the yin to Terrace Marshall Jr.'s yang. And what I mean by that is, if we have not seen a lot of TMJ, we have seen an abundance of DJ Chark. And what I'm wondering is, do any of you think that TMJ or that DJ Chark could actually be the #1 wide receiver for the Panthers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Sean.
Yo, because I mean, if you look at the, okay, so he was at where were they in Texas? Him, TMJ was there, Mingo was there, D-Rum was there. Like they were all there with that wide receiver coach, balling out with our quarterback Bryce Young, getting chemistry. Maybe, jokingly, I'm saying this, but maybe, TMJ's over there working on the side, just getting himself right because he's like, man, I got the chemistry with Bryce. Y'all need some more chemistry with Bryce. So, y'all just do y'all thing over there. I'm going to get my hands right real quick.
Hell nah, that's not how players think, though, my guy.
I know, I know, bro. I'm just playing, bro. I like to joke.
I'm not certain if he's ready for the number one, and I'm explain why. While
Okay.
Chark, I like Chark, but if you read that right there, Chark is a burner. That's just what he does. He burns. Okay. And
Damn right, boy.
To me, a
Well, he got some skill.
Yeah, I burn too.
To me, a number one wide receiver has to. To me, he has to do more than just burn. Burn. A burn. You got to do more than.
I burn too.
He's got to be able to do the slant routes. He's got to be able to also help lead the young guys around him. He can't just run fast and call it a day. If that's the case, there'd be several guys in the league who wouldn't be third or fourth receivers. They'd be the number one receivers on their team.
John Ross wouldn't have just retired because of that.
Exactly.
Hey,
So it's got to be more than speed. It's got to be more than speed.
Yeah, let me. So here's what I do. I want to get a couple people in. I haven't heard from in a minute. Let me go to my man D's little skills, and then we'll go to Kyle. Then I'm gonna introduce someone. D's, what are you making of DJ Chark? A lot of production thus far. Only 2 days of training camp, but do you think maybe Panther Nation as a whole has been sleeping on DJ Chark?
I don't know about all of Panther Nation, but I know I'm absolutely surprised, and a lot of other people that I've seen online are surprised as well at how much production he's had into these first 2 days of camp. To be quite honest, I thought he was going to be, a little undersized. Well, I just felt like he was a little skinny to be durable for such a long NFL season. But we've seen him take some pretty good tumbles already in training camp, and he pops right back up. So he's looking healthy and strong. Maybe he knows exactly what he's doing. The man put his money where his mouth is. He bet his contract and his NFL career on this season. He said, "Give me a 1-year deal. I'm going to prove what I'm worth." And the man's out there chasing his money on the field, so you can't blame him for that. And I'm pleasantly surprised at what we've seen in him, and also surprised at how much Steve Smith is an influence on this team still, even if it is a softer spoken influence. But man, Steve Smith just feels like he's driving that Panthers bus right down the freeway.
And you the GOAT. They listen.
It's a front office job. Hire Stevie.
Kyle, let me go to you, man.
Exactly,
what about DJ Chark? How you feeling about him, and what are you expecting from him this year?
DJ Chark is going to have a good year, but he's going to be the third slot. I really believe the number one is the guy we drafted to be the number one, and I think he's going to take that spot. I think he's showing it at camp, and I mean, why not? I mean, he's got the physical traits to do it, and I mean, we've drafted Kelvin Benjamin the same way. And expected the exact same things from him.
No.
Don't say that name 3 times, my boy.
Hey, real quick, before I introduce Clay, let me let CK play this footage on the full screen, like it's intended to be viewed. CK, roll that beautiful bean footage, brother. CK, can you? Okay. Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
If CK's talking, we can't hear him.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
God, that's so pretty.
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
That's a
beautiful, man.
area than I thought it was. Shit.
Look at that. Look at them trees, bro.
Hey, I'll be in them stands, Mario.
They ain't got that shit in the Midwest. They ain't got them trees in the Midwest, man.
You ain't got this
Man,
either,
you
my
go
boy.
to the Midwest, you'll miss them trees. I promise. You'll miss them trees. You'll be surprised how much you'll miss them trees.
We need them trees, boy. That's
For real. You'll come back and be like, God, look at them trees.
I tell you this, is those trees, man. We were walking in on Monday or whatever was it, Wednesday, and it was so hot. It's so hot. There's like the the flags on the top of the field goal post look tired. You know, it's like there's no wind, and the flag, that little flag said, "I don't even want to flap." And we were walking in, and the trees right around the walkway, they looked tired, dude. Like the
dried out.
Like, they were like, "Oh God, this is." So
Yeah.
They were yelling to us that it was hot.
It was hot, no wind. Like there was nothing telling anything to move other than gravity. Dude. It was absolutely miserable.
No wind. Yeah, I seen like somebody posted a picture of the goalpost. I think it was Tony that with the goalpost, the flag wasn't moving at all. It was like, this is Spartanburg. Hell, it might have been you. It might have been somebody else, but no wind.
Let me ask you a question about Chark, if I may.
No, that was my pick, and that was the exact point of it. That flag was like,
Go
ahead, Pickle. What's your question?
Yeah.
Okay, go Pickle.
When Chark had his catches, did he get free release off the line of scrimmage per se?
Yeah.
Was Keith Taylor guarding him?
He did.
Oh,
he did.
So
they was playing zone.
What my question is, you remember there's no pad, so there's no contact. It's easy for a speed guy to get open downfield, and all you're doing is run fast, and nobody can really challenge him or bump him or drive.
Yeah, we're looking.
You know, I mean, comparable.
I'm sorry.
Your two starting corners likely aren't playing a lot, if any, because of their injuries. So, you know, you had C.J. Henderson and Keith Taylor, kind of your starting corner, and Rajon Wright. Rajon Wright was in there a lot. I've read
the barbecue brother
after a lot. Yeah, so you know,
I'm
not trying to not hype up Chark. I just want folks to be to lower their expectations a little bit compared to this is a long training camp.
Yeah.
Pickle,
on that topic.
I guess
on that topic, I mean.
Hey, Ray, hold that thought real quick. Let me introduce my man Clay from Pantherology. Clay, what's up, bro?
How's it going, guys?
Brother,
what's going on?
Doing good, man.
What up, Clay Day?
Good.
How you doing, Mike?
Hey, I'll give you a chance to kind of speak on both things. Not a lot of Terrace Marshall Jr. Through 2 days. It's got some people worried. You know, he didn't play with the Horns on Wednesday. He did on Thursday. But DJ Chark has been a constant throughout, and he has made some big plays. What do you make of both of these dudes? Does that spell trouble for TMJ? And do you think that maybe DJ Chark has more to be able to contribute to this team than we even know?
For Terrace Marshall Jr., I mean, for me, it's only 2 days of training camp, and it's like Pickle said, this is a long training camp. So, you know, I feel that like I'm 50-50 with it. Like part of me is concerned, but part of me is also not, because we also got to think about TMJ is also coming into basically kind of a third coaching staff, if you kind of think about it, right?
Ooh.
So, you know, the different styles, the different offensive schemes, learning the playbook and all that kind of has to come into play a little bit as well. But I think that as time goes on through training camp and what we see through preseason is really going to see where he stands. For TMJ, at least that's my opinion. I mean, some of it can be some overreactions. Some of it we will see if the overreactions were right. Time will only tell in that aspect of things. When it comes to DJ Chark, you got to think about it. He's coming into, I think, his 5th or 6th coaching staff. Maybe less than that. Maybe it's only 4. But I mean, he's made significant strides. I think in the first couple of days of training camp, he's an exception. I think he's an exceptional deep threat. He's got the capabilities to. I think he could fill the void that's been left behind by DJ Moore's departure. The thing is he has to, you have to think about DJ Moore had a whopping of the time that he was there. He had over 616 targets over the 5 years with us. So I think his intentions to seize every opportunity with this aggressive offensive style. I think it just remains to be seen if the potential is going to be reflected on the field.
Yeah. I mean, that's all reasonable points, man. It's like a lot of these guys represent unknowns. We all know that Terrace Marshall Jr. and DJ Chark have a ton of potential, but there's some red flags to him. DJ has been injured a lot. He has been through a lot of coaching staffs. And traditionally, Terrace Marshall Jr. has been a slow starter. So it's not like we're seeing anything from them that we haven't seen before. You know, I think that maybe we're hoping for too much too fast. Like, we want everyone to look good right now. But again, man, we're just hungry for football. It's only been 2 days of training camp. So, you know, I kind of think that we need to pump the brakes a little bit, as hard as that is to do, right?
Does anybody have his stats from last year by chance? TMJ's?
TMJ? No, I can look it up.
I can look it up real quick.
And then DJ Chark too. Just how many games they play, how many yards they had.
Yeah, Sean, go ahead, bro. But yeah, no, I can look that up.
I didn't know if that's how that worked out. I'm sorry, bro, but my headphones are about to die, man. I just wanted to really come in here to put a face to my name, so all y'all could see me, see my face, because I got my avatar up on everything. Good to talk to you guys, man. D's, I talk to you a lot, man. I really appreciate you, brother. Just wanted you to know that. And it was really cool to come on here, bro. But I'll keep listening in the background and be in the chat. But I really appreciate you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you, Sean. You the man, brother.
Dope,
Thanks
bro.
for coming on, bro. We'll see you again in the future for sure,
Yeah,
brother.
come back for sure.
All right, man. Love you guys. Peace out.
Yeah, round of applause for Sean.
Love it.
Appreciate
Love
you,
it.
bro.
Yes,
Love
sir.
having it, man. Hey, we want everybody to come on the free for all, man. Hey, pop your free for all cherry, baby. It's worth it. I promise. I promise.
Ooh, it hurts.
Woo-wee. All right, let me go to my man Cole, DJ Chark. How you feeling about it, man?
Y'all are making. I was already excited, but after the conversation we've had this evening, I am hella excited about DJ Chark. I had the same ambitions as everybody else. I wanted TMJ to be the one, but Chark could be that guy, and I'm hoping for the best for him. He looks like he could be the leader. He could be the speedster, and Thielen naturally be the route runner and be deadly in the red zone. So it could be poison. We'll see.
Yeah. So,
but I did want to ask one thing.
Yeah,
Can I ask one quick question?
Sure, absolutely.
And this is for everybody that's seen live footage. I've been wanting to ask this the whole thing. Route running wise, Marshall versus Mingo, what's it looking like? Who runs better routes?
Ooh, Marshall versus Mingo.
I know it's too early to tell.
Impossible to.
It's too early. It's too early. I'm just talking about what you've seen so far.
It's not that it's too early. It's that what we've had visual access to is difficult to actually judge that, right? So it's not that we haven't been able to see what's happening, but like one of the things. All right, so here let me give a different example. We went to camp day one, and we were like, oh, okay, we see how it's going to work. We're going to start with this, then they're going to move here, and then the next day they did it all opposite, right? So they moved they did different types of work. They did a different schedule. They did it in a different place. But what I had done on day one is I said this, and this is why, and I'm going to say this because you're my brothers, and I don't admit this out loud. It's embarrassing. I'd rather watch the games on TV than go.
I understand that.
No way, bro.
It's
everybody's got their preference.
It's like, and so here's the thing: is when you go to a game, what you do is you go for the experience. When you watch a game on TV, you watch it, right? And so there's so much. So what you do is when you're at camp, you can see so much, but you watch so little because it's like so much to take in. Like it's like information overload. So here in day two, we said this is like, all right, we tried to make assignments. We said, hey, Cody, you watch the quarterbacks. I'll watch the D, And one of the things we wanted to do was look at just alignment because the biggest question mark come in for this team is really on the other side of the ball and how these players are going to be deployed in this new defense. And how do you check alignment when you're on eye level with them?
Can't.
It's like, and they're 150 yards away. And so it's like we actually need to be sitting elevated to get that look and that vantage point. So that's where it is that's a different, I know that's a long way of saying we really can't tell. We really can't tell. But I tell you, is I think at camp, from the fan perspective, all you can do is say this is like what names are gaining momentum and what names aren't. And sometimes, like, it's, at the end of a football game, like a real competitive game, when we don't talk about the offensive line, that means they did a good job.
Absolutely.
Right. And so sometimes like not talking about somebody is a good thing. But I don't know right now is I just know I've said Mingo's name and I haven't said Marshall's name, and I truly want to. And I think this is just a name that we've said more than I expected with Chenault. I just didn't expect to say it so much. I mean, I knew that they were going to try to do some of this. I just didn't think they would be this committed to it.
He looks the part, though, Tony.
Copycat
really
league.
does.
San Fran does a good job of that little running back receiver type of play system, misdirection and throwing it out in the flat to him. It's a new style NFL. He's perfect for.
And I think one thing that we've gotten, or at least I don't know, is I haven't been to a training camp in a long time. So maybe if I came next year, I could start under the same coaching staff, I could start to get like a feeling of some patterns and things. But what I do think is just different about this team than the team that I've known in the past that we've done this podcast and just as a fan is that there's a real sense that it's being coached by an offensive coach.
We're not used to that.
It's like, it's like completely foreign to me to think that the mightiest minds with the mightiest power in the building are guys that have made all of their living and their love of football on the offensive side of the ball. And it's like a wild thought to think, wait a second, Carolina's going to try to have an explosive offense? Like that's a goal? In fact, no, for the last decade, really, even John Fox. I think if Ron Rivera could say, if we could change the rules of football to just where our defenses play each other, he would.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
There's all to your point, Tony. To your point, there's on record people from the Panthers back in the day said John Fox didn't even worry about the offense. Like he didn't even do nothing for it.
Exactly.
He let the OC run the whole thing.
Right. It's like we don't really care. Is our strategy of winning is like just hold the opponent to under 17. And now I think this is like the people who are really setting the ethos or the personality, the character of the team, or what they're doing is they're sitting there going, we want to make some noise on the offensive side of the ball, and that's exciting. And Josh McCown and Frank Reich, it almost felt like this is Frank Reich let all his coaches, like the linebackers, do this. Like he just let them do that. He's like, I'm going to stand right here behind this quarterback and watch everything he does today. Like it really felt like it's like, you know what? And like you said, Jay Stubbs, like it's the opposite John Fox. It's like a Giro. You take care of all that shit. I'm gonna just stand over here with my boy Bryce Young.
Awesome Andy Reid shit. Fuck it. What's the win? 47-40.
Yeah.
Well, I just think that he's like that's where he wants to allocate his attention and energy, and he is subcontracting the special teams work. You're not trying to just be an overall man,
which is how it should
really
be.
Invested.
Today's era.
He's really invested in this offense, which is to be expected. It's just a different. If you're used to eating a certain type of, or like having one type of ice cream, and then you get a different type of ice cream and you like it, you're like, oh, it's just different. It's a different flavor and it's a different feeling.
Yeah, tell your wife that, buddy.
Yep.
You know what is? I would say this is if I tell her that, the scariest thing is if she said, "Yeah, I know."
Oh damn! Make a swirl.
Oh God! It's like, oh my God, we don't want that. Only I can have 2 ice creams.
And by the way, with the $4.99, Sean Hume gave a love bomb. He said, unless it's a night game, or at the field, it ain't worth it. So
You guys are crazy, bro.
I love going to games, but I do
Jay,
feel that.
Jay Stubbs loves going to them games. Go ahead, Pickle.
Did you ever give Terrace Marshall's numbers?
Yeah, I got him. I got it right
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
Go ahead, Clay.
Yeah. So last year he had 28 receptions for 490 yards and 1 touchdown. The longest reception he had was for 43. And then DJ.
No, but how many games did he play again? Was he?
Says he played.
He played in all of them but one.
When you're looking at those stats,
all of them but one. Yeah.
But the
look
first
at
game he
one.
didn't play.
Look at
and
one
he was-
stat if it's available, and that is targets.
Yep.
He was
Wait until you
targeted.
see the distribution of targets for Carolina last
He
year.
had
And he
47
averaged
targets.
18 yards a catch, right?
Listen
he
to this.
had-
Listen to
He had
read all
40
the targets.
He had 47 targets and he averaged 17.5 yards.
What is were those? So he had those were targets, right? Or,
Yeah,
or
well,
catches?
his targets were 47, but his average, I guess, I'm guessing.
How many
per
catches did he have?
He had 28.
He had 28 receptions.
Okay, now how many targets did? Listen, you said he had 47
Correct.
targets.
I know what you're about
Tell
to
me
do.
how many targets DJ Moore had.
18 yards a catch.
Oh, I thought you were talking about DJ Chark. Sorry. Oh, over the
Oh.
5-year span, DJ Moore over the 5-year span had over 616.
No, can you look at
Just
just
last
DJ Moore from last year?
Sure.
Wait until you see this number. It's insane.
Let's see.
DJ Moore targets. So here, think about it as this: is Terrace Marshall Jr. had 47 targets last year. He had 400 yards and a touchdown, but
118 targets for DJ Moore last year.
Jesus Christ.
yes, yeah. Guess who had? I think Terrace Marshall Jr. is number 2
Are
in
you shitting me?
targets for the. Yeah, and then or Matt. Actually, he might even be number 3, and number 2 might be Christian McCaffrey, who
You
was
did
traded in
say
week
that.
5.
Yep. That's
In week
unbelievable.
5, look up how many targets Christian McCaffrey had, and I'm telling you, like, how
On it.
ridiculous is that? It was like
That's
DJ
terrible.
Moore, and that's it.
Cody was saying it. He loved McCaffrey, but he was a damn handicap sometimes.
Yeah, man.
Throw it to him.
He was a crutch. He was a crutch.
Yep, he was.
Yeah. I mean, but again, I think that like all those numbers that you read out, those are why, like you would think that with a higher focus on Terrace Marshall Jr., that he could be in for a big time year this year, and that's what I was hoping would happen. That's also why I'm not going to choose to overreact yet to his perceived lack of, snaps with the ones or whatever. I think it's going to take time to get this
Christian
offense to the
McCaffrey,
point
I
where it
mean,
needs.
targets wise, last year when he was with us last year before the trade, he had 43 targets.
And he missed half the season. He got traded, right?
Yeah, he played 5 games.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So, like, it was
Wow.
like DJ Moore, and you might as well have not even had other receivers on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know. It was like, is that planned? Is that?
I
like-
mean, we did have Baker Mayfield. Fuck it. DJ's not open. Check it down to McCaffrey. DJ's not open.
I
Check
know.
it down.
Yeah.
DJ's not open.
I know.
Check it.
Well, Darnold too.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, so what was his that 17? What did that rank in the league? 17 yards a catch. Wasn't that Terrace Marshall's?
Mm-hmm.
Does it say where you ranked?
It does not, unfortunately. It does not say what
That seems
it
like a
ranked.
lot, or am I tripping? 18 yards a catch. That's
Well, you did damn near 20 yards a catch. That's pretty legit.
Yeah.
maybe you should throw it to him more.
I like what Panax said. We're going to spread the ball
That's
around a
okay.
lot this year. Everybody's going to eat. And I mean, that's kind of what I think too, man. It's like, as long as you're running your routes, Bryce is going to find ways to get you the ball if you're open. So
I really don't think we're going to have a true number 1 this year.
Might not have to,
really
Bickle. We really might not have to.
No, I think when some of these national media pundits sat down to try to figure out who Carolina's number 1, they're going to end up being a whole show of who's the real number 1.
You know what? It could look like Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville last year. Just there's like each week it was like three guys. You know what I'm saying? It was never just one person. It was just, and so you're looking at a And guess what? Guess who Frank Reich worked with when he went to the Super Bowl? Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
I believe their fans are rotations, anyways. So
Yeah.
And I can see a
go
lot
ahead.
of, and I could see a significant of targets going to Hayden Hurst because he's a big tight end. He's 6'4". You know, he's 250 pounds. I mean, if you go look at his stats last year, I mean, he had over like 68 targets, even being on that big Bengals offense. I mean, he still had 68 targets and 52 receptions last year. So
how's he been looking? He's been out there.
Yeah.
Hayden Hurst has been out there killing it.
He's a vet. He'll be fine.
Yep. And so here's what we're gonna do. I'm probably gonna get off here around 9. Got some things to do before I get ready for a big day tomorrow. But what I'll do is I'll deliver some kind of headlines, and then I'll let y'all talk about whatever you want. What are you looking forward to? Who are you disappointed with? Who are you wanting to see more of? Whatever you want to bring to the free-for-all, I'll give you the opportunity to do it. But first off, Dolphins cornerback Jalen Ramsey carted off the field yesterday with a knee injury that will require surgery and is expected to miss some regular season games. The biggest news that happened in terms of injuries was none other than Joe Burrow, who went down with a calf strain, and they're saying that he might miss several weeks of action due to that injury. And now, he was looking for a contract. They just paid Justin Herbert, and he was looking to get paid the most money of any NFL player ever. And now he's about to miss several weeks.
Besides Deshaun, but yeah.
But I mean, even now, the quarterback money is going up and up. Like right now, I believe Justin Herbert is the highest paid player.
Was it fully guaranteed?
I don't know if it's fully.
Because I know what's his name got a fully guaranteed 230, whatever it was. It was crazy.
Right, but then I heard that they have ways to kind of like get out of that or mitigate that or something. I don't know. I don't remember the whole story.
Oh, if he like wilds out at a parlor or something.
Yeah. If he has too many booty hole touches, then they will. They will take back all that money. But there's been a bunch of injuries, man. That people have. Deontay Johnson went down today for the Steelers. There have been a few of them. So, man, let's hope and pray our Panthers continue to stay safe and healthy, and that everybody is on the mend and it'll be all right going into the season. But with that said, the rest of the show is absolutely up to you. Whatever you boys want to talk about. I know Pickle wants to talk about some defense. So Pickle, let's talk about that defense then. Yeah. What you want to know?
Can you show that clip of Brandon Smith's? I sent you earlier today. Brandon Smith's.
Did you send it? Did you send it to my DM?
Yo, he's a freaking nature, bro. Low key though, that dude.
Yeah, I want Brandon Smith to be a starter.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And there's another guy, Hill, that I mentioned earlier.
Looking great.
Everybody's like, "Who's this? Who's this guy?" And I called his number earlier today as 54, and I thought, well, I know that ain't Shaq. So I had to go back and look up his number, see who he was. But
damn sure ain't Shaq.
That was pretty cool. And it's really something. We picked up Frankie Louvu basically to play special teams. He turned out to be a stud starter. I wonder if now, granted, Hill's 29, so if he starts, he can't, kind of be.
He played well enough last year to win us 3 or 4 games. We just couldn't capitalize.
Exactly. Yep.
Well, with the Hill thing, it's you got to keep in mind he's a veteran in this league as well. Like this isn't a scenario where he's coming in at the beginning of his career. He's got pedigree. He understands how to play the game and how to prepare and whatnot. And now I think things are starting to click for him, at least so far in training camp. So if he can turn into an actual contributor on the actual field, dude, that's going to be an incredible, because he was brought in for special teams. Shaq Thompson said so in his presser. And if this dude can make it on the field and actually make impact plays, you're in another scenario where Frankie Louvu was able to do that exact same thing, and he came in and he was able to perform at a high level on this defense, and he earned himself a nice hefty contract, and hopefully,
because if Brandon Smith can figure it out, him and Jeremy Chin on the field. This is so much speed, bro.
I know that's nasty, man. That's why I've been saying his name all offseason.
Yeah.
If Brandon Smith can be a great player for us,
right?
This would be awesome, man. Pickle, this is the clip that you were talking about. Shout out to Aaron, my guy from Dunk on Demand. This is the Brandon Marshall. Pardon me, Brandon Smith interception.
Come on, Cody. Brandon Marshall.
Boom.
This is all Brandon Marshall.
Oh, Peanut punched it.
Ooh.
Picks the ball up.
Yep.
Takes it back.
That's because, Aaron said that. Aaron said that the reason why he was focused on the receiver, he was following Stevenson. He hadn't realized the ball got punched out. But Brandon Marshall punched it out.
So that wasn't an interception then.
No, that was
a fumble.
I thought it was an interception at practice yesterday. That's what I thought it was. But, and that was an Andy Dalton. That would have been his second interception of the camp. But it turns out that wasn't on him. That was Steven Sullivan. He's had a rough camp so far. When we were, and I say rough, again, we're 2 days in. Let's hold back our overall judgment on these guys. But, when they were doing offensive pass, on the first day, they were doing drills. And Steven Sullivan dropped a perfect pass right in his hands. That was Bryce Young's pass. So, it wasn't coming out like a rocket. So it wasn't even, you can't even use that as an excuse. And now to have that happen, I think that's a bit of a problem.
That's not good.
Did y'all see Sean Payton's a little rippy head?
CK, I heard.
No, who was that? Wait, hold on.
He got busy.
What happened with Sean Payton?
He took a big inhale, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
and he was with some 16-year-olds. That's the crazy part.
He said that last year's coaching job by the Broncos was arguably one of the worst in NFL history.
Yeah. He shitted all over them.
And he literally was smoking with 16-year-olds. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. And then at the same time he was saying this, a video leaked of him smoking.
Yeah.
What is this? I haven't heard about this.
He's holding the whole. Bro. Yeah. He's holding the whole thing.
I'll put
bath salts. Yeah,
bath salts.
Bath salts.
Mike,
wait. So what happened? He was smoking.
It's in the.
Yeah, no, it is. That's not a rumor.
Dude, he had a huge bong rip.
Yeah. It's obviously bluntly him. It's not a secret.
No, he's holding it in the picture.
Yeah,
irritation with
telling him all about it.
They were smoking
irritation
cigarettes?
with.
No, sir. A little stronger than that.
Oh, okay. They were smoking that.
What's legal in the NBA?
He was smoking them Mexican cigarettes.
My irritation with this whole thing is Sean Payton.
Private chat, Cody.
Right. So Sean Payton, not only did he throw them under the bus today, he said he regrets having said that. And this dude is like you can't backtrack on it.
I wasn't gonna make that.
His reasoning was even more stupid.
You gotta double down.
Did y'all hear his exact reason? His exact reason said he had his. No, he said I had my Fox hat on yesterday instead of my coaching hat. Like, are you dead ass serious? That's what you're really gonna say?
Look at this shit, dude.
Dirty ass bong, my boy.
Pull it out. Yeah.
He said, just pull it out right there.
Keep going.
He acted like he didn't do it before, bro. Look at that hit, my boy.
Well, he took a damn one. That wasn't his first time.
Bro, how do you not know someone has a camera recording that?
Yeah. What? All right. So what is that gonna? Is that lead to any problems with the NFL?
I thought about that too, but if is it not legal?
Keep going.
You're the man.
Keep going.
Do coaches not have. I know that it's legal in Colorado, but I'm saying this is you're part of an organization. I think it's probably NFL employees are forbid.
It's like, 2023, bro.
I mean, I understand that, but like, is there going to be any?
If a player shows up,
absolutely.
If this was an assistant coach,
if that was Steve Wilkes, boy, woo!
Yeah, if that was an assistant coach, they're fired, right?
Yep, right.
This is actually a giant story right here, and what a dumbass!
How did you not know someone has a
I guess the question you've got to ask
he's protected by the media. You know that.
Oh yeah.
But here's my question: Is this something that they can like? What if it came out that this is happening when he was retired? You know, if he was retired at this time, he wasn't an employee of the NFL. They have no way other than testing him today on whether this was something that he did. So, you know, you've got to be able to prove that this happened while he was under their employ.
Shit. Have you ever been on Twitter?
Deshaun Watson should have retired while he was doing all that shit.
Yes.
And, Jorge Marcelo says the video is old. I've
Old
never
video.
seen it before. But how do we know that it's old?
Source, trust me, bro.
Yeah.
There's a there's the metadata, dude. Just the metadata.
It is old. They canned and kicked out completely out of the league. The other guy for some.
Well, to be fair, they don't even test it no more, right? Like they don't test marijuana no more.
I think they're still doing the NFL.
Hell, boy, and
don't mean nothing.
hey, Pickle, in 5 years, they're gonna have a sponsor, a marijuana brand. Call it.
You're probably right.
The Charger.
The dopes. A dope head.
I'm telling you, bro, marijuana will be a sponsor
It's gonna
for
be
NFL.
Jim
20
Irsay,
years.
Jim Irsay, and Sean Payton doing a commercial together.
Well, I don't know though, J Subs. One of the people that lobbies, or one of the groups that lobbies against marijuana the most, believe it or not, is the alcohol industry.
Yes,
And,
they do.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
we know that. Yeah, we know that they're all over the NFL. So, maybe not.
I don't get that, like, because whenever, never mind, I just can't say this because I'm.
No, I know where you're going with that, Tony.
Yeah, it is. Tony is blatantly like it's obvious, right? But anyway,
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. They kind of go together. But hey, what? Yeah, what did?
I mean, is it?
Yeah.
You know, I know how everybody says you put mustard only on ketchup. It's like it's sacrilege, but I'm from the South, and people put ketchup on hot dogs down here all the time. I do. I mean, is there anything wrong with mustard and ketchup on the same hot dog?
No, I
do it.
and then chili.
Pick up analogy.
No, that's a great analogy. I love it. In fact,
I like my hot dog dry.
Okay.
Damn, J Subs, you're acting all weird and shit, bro.
Hey, bro, I did the same thing Sean Payton did.
Oh,
my
you
boy.
know what? Have you guys seen Have you seen the Dew Dogs?
The what?
Dew
I saw
Dogs?
the Island Boys kiss. That was weird.
No. Google Dew Dogs and put up a picture of it, Cody. Anybody?
Dude, like D-O dogs?
No, DEW. They're real. Oh, I found out. I read a whole
Tony,
article.
I have seen this. Don't do it, Cody.
Oh man,
Cody, don't do it. This is a horrible idea.
Oh,
Now, the new hot dog flavored, bud.
All right, so they made the marketing department for Mountain Dew said, you know what, we got a great idea. Let's brine some hot dogs in Mountain Dew.
Oh, dude, every trailer
all
park
it
in America.
is you just buy some hot dogs in the pack. You know how there's that little bit of water in there with it?
Yeah,
Instead of that water, it's
Dude, I'm about to throw up. Stop it.
Dude, I could not stop.
Remember
giggling
that
today.
Limp Biscuit was a hot dog flavored water?
Oh man, they're not
Bro,
really green.
no
though.
way,
No,
bro.
no,
Dew
the
dog?
package is green.
Dew dogs.
The package is green. The hot
I thought
dog
it was
is
fake
not.
at first. It's not.
I did too. I googled
This
exactly.
is real. This is not fake.
That's not
No, I
fake.
promise you. I googled it. My first thing, SCK, we were at lunch today, and I said
Original
into my
flavored
phone,
Mountain Dew.
I said, "Hey Google, are Dew Dogs real?"
Tony, you got to eat one for every
Oh,
victory
look,
we
I
have.
just-
Oh man.
But they're not green. They're just the package is green. So just imagine the hot dog, but the little bit of water is Mountain Dew. What kind
Dude,
of
what kind
dumb?
of psychopath drinks a Mountain Dew and says, you know what? That'd be
So,
great as a hot dog.
I read this
Bro,
article.
people love Mountain Dew, my
What are
boy.
we talking about?
Bro, I read this article on this. I told you I googled it. I read a whole article. I was crying at lunch today with this, and the guy that read the article, he said, "Imagine the meeting where someone says, you know what? What if we just poured some Mountain Dew in there instead of water?" And then the guy goes later on. I mean, like he goes, "What stops you from making your own Dew Dog? What if you just bought a Mountain Dew?"
What if you boil it in Mountain Dew, Tony?
Oh my god, bro!
Oh,
Now you're
no.
gonna be cooking.
Fucking, you're gonna make meth, bro, by accident.
In fact, You know what?
Making
Is you
myth, I don't know.
remember Breaking Bad where they had the blue
Yes,
color
that's
was
what I
his
was thinking.
complete thing? Is like, you know what? Check out our crystal green, the dew glass.
Dude, I want to see Joey Chestnut eat fucking 60 of them motherfuckers, bro.
I don't.
Dude, he would. What if he just like died? Oh
no
man,
way.
Joey Chestnut. How many dew dogs? What if he could? You know, how many? What do you think his record is? Like 80,
He dies
right?
from food.
What if
from
he?
green
What
food
if he?
coloring.
He's like, I'm gonna try to eat as many Mountain Dew dogs as I can, and he got to like 4.
What
It
if he
was
turned into
Yeah,
like a
Kill
monster.
monster?
women, Tony, for God's sakes.
So what do you think? Think it has like one of them like things inside of it, like small Mountain Dew flavor or something? There's no way the whole thing tastes like Mountain Dew.
Oh.
Dude,
They
how
gel it.
surprised,
They
Nah,
gel
it just tastes like
it.
a hot dog. It tastes like a hot dog. Once you
but
put
how
it in the
surprised
boiling
would we
water,
be
it's
if
just
they're
gonna be
actually fire?
a hot dog.
Bro, I
Like,
bet you,
what
I
is-
bet you $100
You know what?
that
I'm
is
gonna
not
go
fire.
get some tonight. We're eating them
You
tomorrow at the
sure?
charity
You
benefit.
bet me $100
No.
that they're not fire.
Bro, hot
Somebody-
dogs are gross in the
somebody
first
said they're
place,
fire.
let alone Mountain Dew.
I think they'd be only way they're fire is like the indigestion that they're gonna cause. Like there's no way that those things are
Directions:
delicious.
open up, place directly, and toilet.
Directions.
They
Put
look
down
like
your meth
Shrek's
pipe.
fingers.
Put down your meth pipe, and now chase
We
that
should,
down
we
with
should
the
buy,
Mountain
we, we should buy like 1 million of those and just ship them to Matt Rule's house.
Dew. What if
He needs
you
to
like?
work.
Probably
What if
love
you
'em.
ran into Matt
Matt
Rule
Rule
and you
probably
you
likes
tried to
them.
pose as the only
He probably
Panthers
he
fan
probably
that
eats them in
didn't
his
hate him?
asshole.
Yep.
What if you
Oh,
posed? What if if I ran into Matt Rule and I pretended to be the only Panther fan that didn't hate him, and I was like, "Come over for a barbecue," and then I
But
just
hey,
was like,
you like green, right?
Give him a
"You
Mountain
like
Dew,
Dew
dog.
dogs, right? Get the fuck out of here."
Hey, look, the Baylor edition. Eat these.
All right, since we're on the topic of food, I have a really random question that I've been wanting to ask. What did everybody eat at Monsters? I'm curious.
Ooh.
What you go
So
with?
Yesterday.
I had
Yeah.
yesterday I had the buffalo chicken.
Solid.
And it was delicious, man. It was fresh chicken, and I had to sit there and I had ordered it thinking we were going to eat before we went live, and then Cody Lack said, no, we're going live right now. We're not waiting anymore. And then I'm sitting there. I took one bite, and I'm sitting here like just tasted heaven, and I'm sitting here for 2 hours just waiting to be able to take another bite of this.
That's torture.
Cody
When I go
said
to-
that. Cody said he could see. Cody said he could see him occasionally.
When I go to joint practice, I'm definitely gonna
Yeah,
stop by.
no. What happened was, PJ Moses Marinara, he brought out some cannolis while we were talking about the stream, and every once in a while I would look over and I would see CK just eyeballing.
Hell yeah.
those cannolis.
Love it for side boys.
Dude, I can't.
I got on day one. I got the Don, which is like a kind of like like an Italian sub, but it comes with pepper, like Italian peppers on it, like real
Nice.
peppers. They don't just
Yeah.
put like banana peppers on this.
Oh,
mug.
no, I
It's like
wasn't
Do they got a
real.
club sub? Do you know? Did you see that there?
I don't know if they. I mean, well, they have one that's roast beef and turkey and bacon, so I guess that's
That
close
sounds
to a club.
delicious.
But I had the Reuben yesterday.
Yes.
And I got a mix of. They did. Is this Anthony on the stream? I can't hear. I mean, I can't
No.
see.
No.
Nah,
Okay.
it's Cole. I asked that.
Okay, Tony, or Anthony in the chat, Panax, by the way. Man, it was
Oh.
great meeting you. He was there.
Oh,
and I
there he
think
is, Panax. He's in the
I
chat.
got I said give me what he's getting because I heard him order it, and he got I think it was basically a Reuben, but he got, instead of it just being pastrami or corned beef, he had him do half and half.
Absolutely.
And this mug was fire, dude. And when I tell you this is like, it's underpriced. That
Cody
place,
was
like
like a
what you
meatball
get.
sub guy.
You don't
Yeah,
say
like-
that at places like that, Tony.
What
at
does
all.
that
You're not,
mean,
supposed,
Jay
you're not
Stubbs?
supposed to say that.
I don't know.
Anything in this world where everything is so expensive, but I'm
What
telling you,
about me looks like a meatball sub guy, dude?
this Reuben
I just
just
feel
had
it, bro.
it was just like
Yeah, you're
it
not
was
wrong.
not skimpy, man. I'm telling you this. You got more than enough. And here, and I'm sure PJ would not want me to say this because he's like, buy as much as you can. But the halves, dude, are a whole. If you get a whole
Half will put you
sandwich-
down.
Yeah, Yeah, you'll be looking at the other half saying, "Oh, I'm gonna eat you later," but like,
Yeah, put it in the cooler, bro. Shit. I mean,
yeah,
Hey, which I did, and I was looking forward to eating my half, man. I ate the first half,
and then
I was so
Tony ate
hungry.
it. Bastard.
Well, I woke up this morning and Tony woke up and he said, "Sorry, dude, I ate your stuff."
Oh damn! I was just kidding, bro.
I did. I went back. Look, man, what a
Tony was hitting that. Tony was hitting that Sean Payton too, huh?
Tony had the late night munchies.
I had the
That's what
fake
happened.
Sean. I had the fake Sean Payton. That is like a science one. That's here in
boy
South
was
Carolina.
fucking spicy.
CBD
Had
stuff or
some
whatever.
spice.
Yeah.
But so I bought this stupid vape at the not stupid. I went to the vape shop. The guy was really nice at the vape shop next door, and I got one of those like CBD pens or whatever. And it's like 50. It was a nice one. So I get this and I go and I left it in the hotel room, right? And so we're drinking beers at Delaney's, which is down the road from here. And you know, I had a couple of Jameson shots. I'm feeling good. And I'm looking for this stupid vape. I can't find it. And so I empty all my pockets out. I'm like, God, if I lost this $50 thing and I didn't even use it, or like use it once, I'm gonna be mad. So we were like, all right, we're out of here. We go all the way to the hotel room. It's like right on the pit, like right where, like right there.
Oh, you were happy as hell then, boy.
Yeah. So then I go, shit.
For a second.
Yeah.
Where are my
For a
keys
second.
at?
Oh no.
Where my keys at? I damn pulled my keys out and put them on the table looking for that dumb vape and left them at Delaney's.
Oh man.
So I walked back to Delaney's. It's late and CK's like tired.
That boy walking like Joe Biden.
Oh, bro. No, man. I went there and then I was like, well, I'm here. I might as well.
Yeah, have
hang
another
out
shot.
for a second. And so I was feeling good when I got back to it was late, just showered, got ready. CK's over there, just passed out. And I'm like, we got to eat up in this mug.
I'm hungry. I am hungry.
By the way, that's
the first day.
That's an L, bro.
It was the Terminator, homie, and it was like, dude, I was just watching YouTube. It just a black. I was into heaven, man. Like, I found my keys.
You're good.
I got this food. I'm feeling great. No, Monster Sub. Look, it's I hope anybody who goes to training camp, in the future, this week coming up in the future at all, if you're in Spartanburg, check them out. It's like a New Jersey style deli. It's so simplistic.
Sounds amazing.
It's just simplistic. Like it turns out, and it doesn't like the problem with them. It's not cheap quality. It's just it's like, look, we got sandwiches, we got good roast beef, we got good prosciutto, we got good, it's cheap mozzarella. And they even got these things. They're called shooters now. These are spicy. They're spicy, like cherry peppers. And they're
what he's saying is this ain't no Subway. This is the real deal.
No,
right.
it's no Subway.
And it's fun, man. It's not that bad.
The kind of story I was expecting.
It's $9 for a half sub, and it's $14 for a whole sub. You can't even get.
That's cheap nowadays, bro.
Right. I know. And it's just like this is again the $9 joint. Man, the half. I was like, it's like right on the money. So I was not only did we have a great day because we were together for the first time, the podcast actually worked. You know, the shot that CK was able to set up looked great. We looked good, and then the food was great. People showed up. So it was like really nice because look, I know we're not the biggest entity in the world, right? So you do kind of worry, like, hey, man, I kept saying we're going to do this live pod. What if, like, nobody shows up?
Number one in our hearts, bro.
Yeah, well, thank you, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Like, but I mean, it's kind of like, and it's stressful trying to get this. I tell you, man, there ain't nothing better than just walking up into my office, my home office, where the studio's all set up, and I just press play.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking, I'm like, where's the cord at? I had the logo.
Yeah, it was we had to learn pretty quickly, do one thing at a time. The first day here when we did it from the hotel room, it was we were like, oh, we need to do this, and then we'd be in the middle of trying to figure that out, and we're like, oh, we also need to do this, and so we would stop doing that, and we
just ADHD of setup.
It's
well, now you
but
know, so you can do it more often.
we do, and just for instance, like, I mean, this was still similar. We had to run back and forth. Tony had to make some extra errands to try to go get the light and the power cord and stuff, but
That man
for
was
the most
getting
part, we
subs,
understand
bro.
what's
Don't let him lie
happening
to you.
here. So
You know, one thing, and maybe we'll ask you guys. You said the show's ours, Cody. So here's what I'll ask the people. Here is like, what are some kind of seminal events throughout the season that could be covered in this type of manner? Because I think, like, what we want to do in the future is like, all right, like, so let's make this training camp a
Ring
an
of
event
Honor.
like this.
I was about to say
Ring
the
of
same
Honor.
shit.
Okay,
Ring of
okay,
Honor.
Ring of Honor.
the challenge with
It's
that
the
and
Houston
maybe
game.
is that's during a game, okay, and that's in the halftime of a game.
Well, maybe that's like the special after podcast.
You could do we can do like a tailgate. Shit.
I thought
Yeah.
thought you were doing like a pregame. Maybe that would be kind of cool.
Okay, that would be a good one, or something like, I mean, the draft. Like, so we should get
Yeah.
together for the draft and do that maybe at a venue.
We gotta get white chocolate a cutoff though, because he be getting hammered.
Gotta figure out
Yeah,
another day
yeah.
for the draft though. Like we're not gonna be next year.
No, we got 2 years to plan that one.
Super Bowl party.
Yeah, Super Bowl would be a good one.
Playoff
Playoff game.
party. Like, hey, listen,
Yeah.
we were able to, or maybe even just like a 50 like the day we go over 9 wins. Like, like we just like first
Hey, we
winning
got
season in
6
how long?
wins. Guess what? It's the first time we've gotten over 5 in 5 years.
I think that game's in
Jesus.
October, ain't it? The Houston game.
Is that the
It
Ring
is.
of Honor game, Houston?
Yeah,
I
Ring
think
of
so.
Honors versus Houston. I mean, I think that'd be
Nice.
great.
Who's going to that opener though? Is what I really
I
want.
got another thing I want to ask you
I'm
guys.
going to Atlanta
Hey,
for the
real quick.
opener.
Hey, real quick. Let me read this super chat. Sean Hoon with the $4.99 says, I used to work in a deli in Clemson called Pot Belly Deli.
That
That's
sounds
a great
delicious.
name for a sub shop. Yeah. Yeah. So, Tony,
But I
ask your
wanted to
question
ask this.
again. Yeah,
My
and then we'll
question
probably
is
have
this:
this be the last round.
What as we've missed a lot of we've been busy doing all of this, so we haven't really like looked and scoured Twitter and the internet as much. What are you guys hearing around the league? The one thing I saw was one tweet. This one was awesome after day 1 of camp, and it was Derek Carr throws 3 picks, Desmond Ritter overthrows, Bryce Young looks perfect. You know what I'm saying? What are the storylines you guys are hearing outside of Carolina? It doesn't even just have to be our division. I know that you guys mentioned Jalen Ramsey getting hurt, Joe Burrow getting hurt, but what are the other things? What's y'all's take about other teams throughout the league?
I'm
gonna be honest. I think Kansas City's gonna be a problem for the next. I mean, they're out there throwing it's like a Steph Curry show out there, bro. He's throwing bombs everywhere off left foot, right foot, no looks. It's crazy.
Trey
What about,
Turner signed with signed with the Saints, had his physical, and literally like the very same day he gets hurt and he's out for the season.
And I'm loving
Yeah.
the New England Patriots meltdown. It's amazing.
Tell me, what do you mean? What's going on with the New England Patriots? What's the meltdown?
They're still thinking Mac Jones is going to be the savior. It's hilarious.
Oh, they're still. Have you guys talked? Have you guys had had the ability to look up what Calais Campbell I think was saying about Mac
I did
Jones?
see that.
Mac
sure
Jones,
did.
yeah, he said he is the only quarterback in his entire career that he felt has crossed the line, and not even talking about injury, like not even the dirty player talk,
Shit
but
talk.
it was that he was disrespectful. Like it was it's not trash talk. It was like this dude was disrespectful,
And that's
he had no
Calais
right to
saying
be.
that.
And
Yeah,
I think
this is-
New England, unfortunately, New England might love him for that. Unfortunately,
What made him say that?
He apparently that I guess he's just talking about it. It might have been a podcast or something. I just saw the article headline and I was curious if anybody had gotten any more information on that. But I'm guessing that it's just with regard to a previous game that he was, playing him in, and maybe he did that. I mean, the dude's already got 4 dirty plays, like 4 that they can, and he's been in the league. This is his 4th year.
I saw one of them in person.
Did he get Brian Burns or was that a different game?
Yeah, that was Brian.
game.
Yeah, he twisted his ankle
really
like he was
close
a
to me.
wrestling move.
Live speed, you could tell he was twisting ankles at live speed. Like you didn't have to see a replay or anything. Like That was so blatant and dirty. And
There
it
was
wasn't
an
far away from
article about Bill Belichick that said that if the Patriots don't turn it around or don't come out hot this year, could Bill Belichick actually be fired?
Yeah, they're
That's
saying that Bill
wild to
Belichick's
think.
on Joe Biden watch.
Yep.
Like,
I mean,
he's
there's
just
no
the
reason
old
not to
uncle
be.
that, like,
And
There's
I'm
no
a
reason
firm
not to be.
believer that I don't think there is any coach in the NFL, regardless of their pedigree or resume, I don't think that you can have back-to-back losing years where you underachieve and not have your job being questioned,
Well,
no matter
think
what you've
about
done in the past.
think about his personnel decisions. Even like he got Matt Patricia left to go to Detroit after he was the defensive coordinator of the Patriots. Right, he came back to the Patriots, and all of a sudden they wanted to move him to offensive coordinator. It didn't make a tremendous amount of sense. There's not a lot of logic there. And beyond that, Tom Brady left. They hit the playoffs one time. It was not impressive. They weren't a great team. It was probably on the back of their defense, if I'm being honest with you. But if you have another bad year, you no longer can say that your success was because of Bill Belichick.
are we
Your
saying that?
success
Are we saying that he's a Tom Brady merchant?
It's starting to look like it. I
looks
never
like
thought
it.
it was going to go down like that, but it's starting to
You
look
know,
like
a
Brady
lot
won
of
that
people,
deal.
Tom
yeah,
Brady
a lot,
merchant. That's
a
interesting.
lot of people thought for a long time that Tom Brady was a Bill Belichick
I
merchant,
did. I was guilty of that.
but it seems as though it could be the other way around.
And to be fair, he is old as shit now, ain't he?
Yeah,
He's letting his,
yeah, he
he's letting his
is.
cokehead son coach the damn team.
A lot of the rumor right now is that, or it's kind of not a rumor, it's kind of fact that Bill Belichick was actually made by Robert Kraft to hire Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien, point blank.
Is he going to be the successor? Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I think, because the owner brought Bill O'Brien to New England and actually made Bill Belichick interview him for an OC and say, "This is who we're hiring."
Was Bama his last job before this pickle?
Yes.
Well, he's
Yeah,
not going to
he
leave
was the
Bama
OC,
unless
right?
they promised his ass something. They promised him something.
Yeah, he was Bryce Young's OC last year.
That's why I asked that.
Yep. So if 2 plus, I mean, to me, 2 plus 2 equals 5.
And there definitely is murmur about that in New England about is like the grandpa. You know when your grandpa loses a step and you're like, damn, grandpa's kind of.
That is wild to think and say though to me.
Kind of where you walk in, you catch grandpa asleep, and you reach over and take your truck key.
Exactly.
Hey, real quick, I want to talk about something real quick. I want to talk about two things. First, I want to talk about this. The sun is different down here in Spartanburg. I know I've mentioned this before. You guys can tell on camera. If you want to make me bigger, I have the biggest farmer's tan on.
Bud, we ain't even got to zoom in. I can see that shit, from
Bro,
back
I
here.
said that on the live chat yesterday. I've been wearing a sleeve.
It looks more on the
It
camera.
looks more
but,
on the camera than
like
it
I'm
does
looking on the
in
camera and
real
I'm
life.
like, dude, this is.
You need some aloe for that, brother.
No, it's
I'm
not
not
even
burned,
burned. He's
I'm-
just got. He
Oh,
just
it's not
turned
even
into a
burning?
piece of leather.
No,
He just turned into a leather.
That's how
He
you
just got
know, man.
tan.
I'm the worst. I'm the worst person that like I don't like. We haven't been. Tony nor myself have been wearing sunscreen this entire time.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yes, sir.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Bro, you
Yeah,
need
so
some
we've been
SPF
very
in your life.
irresponsible. So
About a 7.
if there's any mama bears out there,
Oh, Cody, I ran into Darren Gant tonight.
Nice.
And it looked like he was, and I tried not to bother them, and I just to go ahead and I was messaging your mom this too, is I was talking about tomorrow and you know what they were thinking about like accommodations
Farmer's
and,
tan is crazy,
and
bro.
stuff like that. And they did say this is that they didn't have, like they said, look, there's going to be plenty of ambassadors there that are going to be able to help and direct and accommodate. But the lady she seemed like she had some sort of official capacity with the team. You know what I'm saying? She was not young either. Sorry, I'm trying to be mean. She said, "Look,
nice.
She said there is zero shade out there."
Well,
I said this to them. I said, "Look, well, we're gonna, can put an umbrella up for you." And they were like, I think this is like, I said, look, he's not going to be sitting in the stands, like in an actual bleacher seat. Like we got on a little, like we're in high school.
Right.
So it sounded like that would be okay, but like that they're going to be a reason. But they said they were just very transparent, is like, it's just in the middle of nothing.
Yeah. But thankfully, I looked at the forecast and they say there's going to be some cloud cover tomorrow.
What? That would be love.
They're saying that it should be overcast and very little chance of rain, like 20%. So
Twice the sunburn,
ideally,
though.
ideally, hey, I already got my SPF.
TK gonna look like a special, like one of those specialty
That boy got a
jerkies that you
permanent
buy off a
undershirt.
gym room or something.
Man,
like not. Man, it looks
I'm hoping wherever
look.
I
I
go-
gotta tell you this is CK's equipment, man. That like the drone can't look. The camera that we're using is CK's.
So good though,
It
bro.
looks better than your eyeballs. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look this clear beside him. But I just
Just take
looked
your
in the
shirt off
screen.
tomorrow, bro.
I was thinking this is
Even
that's
out.
what we should have done is after the first practice where we were like literally cooking, we should have just done two fat boys and a mic podcast and just shirtless.
On some Bert Kreischer shit.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, listen, we've done a great show, man. We've been about 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm going to give everybody a chance to give their final words. Whatever you want to say, man, whatever you're looking for, whatever you're wanting to see, anything you want to say, now is your time to do it. I'm going to go to my man C3 Cole and start with you, brother. Let you lead us off. What are your final words for the free-for-all today, man?
Man, we had a great show, and I just want to keep it simple with mine, man. I'm very, very appreciative. Every time I step on here with y'all, I learn something, get a little bit better with my Panther knowledge, and there's not many people in the world that can do that for me, so I really do appreciate that.
You're the man, Cole. You know we love to have you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, next up, my man Jay Stubbs. Jay, you know I love it when they're on the show, man.
I know, man. I try to get on much as I can, but summer be summer.
Yeah, you're good, brother. No need to explain.
But so basically, love all you guys. This is hell. Y'all been doing it longer than me, but I've been coming on the show for 2 or 3 years now, and I love talking Panthers because, let's be honest, a lot of people that live here aren't Panther fans, so it's good to unite and do all that stuff. But if you go out there tomorrow, or if you go to training camp all this summer, please be careful because this heat is no joke. And if you've never been to Spartanburg, that sun has hands, bro. So be careful.
That's what the lady said. She said, man, I mean, she was adamant. She was like, please hydrate. Like, it's like, please don't die on us, to me.
They have had a couple people pass out, at least one that I've heard of. So,
yeah,
stay hydrated, boys.
Yeah, but stay hydrated. And hey, as long as they let you bring some umbrellas, I think we should, I don't know, hopefully be okay. But next up, let me go to my man, the myth, the legend, Panther Pickle. Pickle, I'm excited to see you tomorrow, brother. This will be the first time that we ever meet, man.
Yep. I'll be there. I claim I'm going to leave at 6, but then it was 5, and when I get up, I'll leave. And I'll
He's leaving right now.
Yeah, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'll leave when I get up, which is probably going to be early, knowing myself. But I'll be driving down there, and I'm going to enjoy it. I've got me a hat ready. I've got everything ready I need, so I'm ready.
Yes,
y'all boys have fun, man.
Yep. Absolutely, man. And hey, real quick, Chuck, I see you in the background, bro. You know I'd always let you in, but we're getting ready to sign off, man. So I appreciate your time, brother, but we'll get you on another time. That's my word.
Hey, Pickle.
Yeah.
When are we gonna go on the Spaces? You doing anything this weekend or next week?
We may do one tomorrow evening after practice.
All right, perfect.
Since Tony and the Four Horsemen are going to the PNP's meet and greet, and we're not invited. We're PNP's.
About that,
yeah,
I
had
think
to
we
throw
can.
that out there.
I think that we can bust y'all in, and I mean, I really do think if y'all came, it wouldn't be a problem. I want to get y'all there.
Yeah,
Pickle. If you don't, I got your back on the Spaces.
Pickle, you're Pickle, bro. Damn, they know who you is.
Yeah, I mean, bro. At this point, you're synonymous with C3,
yeah.
man.
But I tell you what we may do. I haven't mentioned this. Being right after, we've got to do a space this weekend sometime just to catch up. If we don't go to the
Going
anyway,
to the night show.
Yeah, we may do it. I
People
have to
got
drive home
CTE.
after that, so we'll figure it out. But we will be on Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30. That's a fact.
Okay, cool.
And we're learning. Deez did the last one on Thursday, and it worked out real good for him. So maybe we're figuring that. But Twitter Spaces isn't kind.
Maybe we can ride the waves of some big news coming out next week. Maybe we'll get a surprise.
Ooh, maybe like a Brian Burns contract signing.
Ooh,
But we're
that
going
would be
to do this when the season opens too. We're going to do this pretty regularly on Thursdays or Tuesdays and Thursdays. So
guys, you have a good weekend, man. I'm out.
Appreciate it, Jay Stubbs. Next up, I'm going to go to two of my other four horsemen. They are live in Spartanburg, chilling at one of the dopest hotels that I've been inside of. My man, Tony Dunn, and the man with the farmer's tan that makes them all stand, CK Codizzle Allen. Boys, thanks for coming on the Free For All. Give me your final words for the show.
Yeah, listen, it's going to be bittersweet tomorrow being the last full day here with everyone. It'll be nice because there's going to be a lot of C3 faithful. It sounds like that's going to be there, which is going to be exciting. I'm just excited to get to bed and share this single king that me and Tony have been sleeping in together this entire time. That's a joke, by the way. We've got two queens.
Who's the little spoon? Who's the big spoon?
That's what I was about to ask. Who's the little spoon? Who's the big spoon?
Who's spoons? We're talking about forks, bro.
That joke. That joke just got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, that's really the first time I've ever used it. It's terrible.
Nah, my man said this. He said, "Nah, I'm just joking. We got two queens." Come on.
You're two queens.
But
Two
here's
queens.
the deal.
You
Here's
should have
the
went
deal,
with
man.
the original.
We got a lot of positives, man.
I know. I felt better when it was one king.
Yeah.
So here's
Love
the deal.
it.
Here's the deal. We got a lot of excitement tomorrow. We got a lot of things that are going to be, we're going to be meeting up with people. I don't think. Here's my final thought with regard to what we're going to see tomorrow. Not much. They're not. If they're going to broadcast this live on television,
No, it's like a little mini fan fest.
yeah, it's gonna be a mini fan fest, but it's gonna be one of these things where they're gonna be vanilla. They're not gonna be out here giving you their all. It's gonna be kind of like a recess day for these fellas, and I think that's gonna be exciting. That's gonna be fun for us. I don't think that's gonna be a negative, but we're gonna be able to do that. We've got a lot of content that we're gonna be working on. Listen, we got all four horsemen together yesterday. For a fact we did some videos that we're going to try to put together, and so you guys be on the lookout for that coming out. Maybe some intros, some just hype videos, things like that. We're going to definitely work on that. As you guys see, we've definitely got the chops to do it.
The only thing I gotta say is that it's been fun hanging out with all of y'all, listening to y'all, and I'm hanging out with the voice that makes him moist and the arms that make him sizzle.
Good stuff, man. And last but certainly not least, he is the brand ambassador for the C3 Panthers podcast. He waves that C3 flag high in the air for everyone to see, to know the Panthers pod that he represents. Diesel Skills, the floor is yours, baby. Tell them like it is.
Yeah, so tomorrow, if you guys see my wife assaulting me because I'm wilding out, beating all my C3 brethren, y'all just you try to save me, I guess. I don't know, keep me safe from her, because I'm gonna be wide open. I'm telling you, I'm excited about meeting everybody. Been waiting a long time for the opportunity, and I'm glad it's finally here for tomorrow. I'm not getting too wild on my finishing up tonight's podcast just because I got to go to sleep. If I get too pumped up, I'll be up till 2 a.m., bro. And
Don't get me fired up. It's too late.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I know I got to get up at 6, but I did want to talk just real quick about the validation of Bryce Young. We didn't touch on it because it's been covered on C3 this week. But, you know, how many of the interviews did we have this week where, like, Hayden Hurst comes out and he says having that confidence and intelligence in the QB room is kind of infectious. And then Shark goes along the same line saying that Bryce Young is a great friend. He's smart and he's like family. You got player validation. You got the validation from him being on the field for 2 days, showing everyone why we drafted him and why we traded up to number 1 to get Bryce Young and why he's the future of the Carolina Panthers. I did want to thank everyone for joining the C3 Panthers podcast, whether it was in the chat or on any other shape or form, or if you watch this later, we do appreciate you. Share and like and spread the good word of C3. We appreciate y'all, and I look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow.
Hey,
Yes,
that's
sir.
my man. These ill skills. You know I appreciate you, brother. Well, hey, man, that has been another edition of the C3 Friday Free-For-All. I am your host, Cody Lashney. We will be back here every Friday at 7 p.m. We will be back Tuesday night at 9 for the flagship edition of the C3 Panthers Podcast. Panther Nation, you know we got love for you. And you know what we say at the end of these shows, baby. Keep pounding.
Bounded.